Hey guys, I'm Antonette with Austin Underground, and right now I'm sitting here with Morgan, who's in town for South by Southwest. Hi Morgan, how are you?
I'm good. I'm
Thank-
good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So we talked about this a little bit before we started rolling, but you have a really interesting spelling of your name with the X. Can you explain that a little bit?
Yeah. I also said you're the first person that has asked me, which is cool.
Yay.
When I made the music, it was a journey of kind of self-expression and self-discovery. I didn't really know where I was going when I started, which was kind of the way that I create music. It's an exploring kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
The X for me was like I wanted to symbolize that it was me, but it was a new moment. Like it was an evolution.
Yeah.
I think I wanted to mark that moment for me.
Yeah, that's awesome. I really like that story.
Yeah.
And what got you into making music? When did you start writing, singing, all of that?
I don't know life without music. I've been like making music my whole life.
Mm-hmm.
I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I grew up singing. Like any place I could sing, I would sing. I did a lot of gospel music, and I'm like a Southern Jewish kid. Like wasn't raised in the church, but was raised around gospel music a lot,
Mm-hmm.
and also just like raised around musicians.
Mm.
I didn't get into writing music. I didn't know how to write music. Like I always wrote in my journal and I always sang, but I didn't know you could like put them together until I was older, and like all of a sudden singing other people's songs didn't like I didn't have anything to say. You know what I mean? Like you can sing someone else's song for so long, but you lose yourself. You lose your own story.
That connection.
Yeah. And so I didn't get into writing to get into writing.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's not like a choice. My writing is like a way I process life. And so at some point it was just like I took my journal and I took my musical interests and I just started like playing around, writing tons of songs, being in the studio. Like I like to collaborate with people, and
Mm-hmm.
it was kind of like all that collaboration that's where Morgan came from.
Ah, that's awesome. And at what point would you say you decided to make music like an actual career instead of, writing and singing just being something that was a natural expression for you? When did you decide that, okay, I'm going to be releasing records now?
I mean, I don't know that I made it. I don't know that it's like, is it a career? I don't know. Like it's a hustle. You know what I mean?
It is a
But,
job.
It's just this is how I move through the world.
Mhm.
Like making music is the way that I express myself.
Yeah.
So I guess I don't look at it as a career. I look at it as like, this is my life and this is what I have to say.
That's wonderful.
Yeah.
And I want to talk about performances a little bit. You're going to be performing here for South by Southwest.
Yeah.
I think you're going to be performing with K. Graham, ACL Live,
Yeah.
as well.
Yeah.
Are you excited for that?
Yeah.
Tell us
I'm-
about that performance.
I mean, I'm so honored to support the ACLU at
Mhm.
this time in our world.
Mhm.
Austin. This is my first time in Austin, and I'm blown away by you're super cool. You're Southern, but you're cool, which is kind of how I feel sometimes.
Yes, yes.
But yeah, I'm excited to do a show with the ACLU. I'm super
Yeah,
excited.
that's awesome. And what song would you say that is your favorite to perform live? Do you have a favorite that you like performing live?
They're all special. I
Mhm.
don't know. Every song has its own story of creation. But I think "Love You with the Lights On" is that was that. That wasn't the first song I wrote from this EP. Actually, the
Mhm.
first song I wrote for the EP, the one that sort of brought the X into picture, and the one that sort of it was a defining moment for me, is actually the next song I'm putting out, but I won't say what that is until it's out.
Okay.
But "Love You with the Lights On" was that was the turning point. When
Yeah.
you're making a record, I don't know, it was that song I wrote, and it was now now this is what you've been trying to say. You know what I mean? Like hundreds of songs later, it was like this was the one that broke me open.
Was it the writing process of it? Was it like the lyrics or
all of it?
All of it?
You know, the writing of it, melody and lyric, it actually, with that song, came out as "You Only Love Me with the Lights Off," which is a statement that is true, but it was kind of crushing to say, you know. And when I was writing that song and working on it, when I shifted the lyric and it was "I want to love you with the lights on," it was like, it was hopeful, you know. It became something that I wanted to say. And so when I sing it, like, it's my personal anthem.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
And I guess my last question for you is, with fans that listen to your music or come to your show, what's one thing that you like for them to take away from, you know,
first,
your music?
Hope. Hope
Okay.
that we are in it together. You know, all the good and bad is like, especially what's happening around us, you know, that's out of our control in some ways. Like, music is a point of connection, you know. And I mean, it's my first South by, but like I've played a couple shows so far, and it's been like, you get that sense that we're here together, and that's hope and togetherness.
Yes, music is the universal language.
Hell yeah.
So I'm glad you want people to get that from you.
Hell yeah.
But anyways, Morgxn, it's been a pleasure chatting with you, getting to know you a little bit.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you as well. And hopefully we'll see you, you know, this week.
Come to a show.
I'm gonna come to a show.
Cool.
I love your blue hair, so if I just get to like take pictures with you or something, I would be happy with that as well.
Cool.
Anyways, thank you so much.
Thank you.
With Awesome Underground, I'm Antonette. See y'all next time.